There are two types of mechanical energy. We have the kinetic energy and we have the potential energy. Now, these two, the summation of these two at any given instance gives the total mechanical energy in a system. So, for instance, if an object is at the top now, let's say at this resting position, by virtue of its position to the earth, it has what we call gravitational potential energy. But at a particular point, now, if it begins to fall, what happens is that it still possesses potential energy because it is still at a position to the earth. But now it is moving, it has speed. So it possesses kinetic energy at that point. So the total energy will be the addition of the kinetic energy that it possesses at this point and the potential energy it possesses at this point. Whereas total mechanical energy is always conserved, which means that at this top here, we only had potential energy. So all that potential energy is the total mechanical energy that we have. At this point, we have both kinetic and potential energy. The addition of these two will actually be equal in value to the potential energy that was here. And by the time it will get to, let's say, the point just before hitting the ground, it attains what we call maximum kinetic energy, because at that point there's no really an height to the ground. So the potential energy will be zero and the kinetic energy will be the maximum. But the thing is that as far as the value is concerned, the value is still the same. Now, at the middle point, you should understand that the mechanical energy will be equal to the potential energy. But that doesn't mean that it is going to be the same as that potential energy at the top. They are only half of it because the sum of them is what is equal to the initial potential energy. But below, just before hitting the ground, the kinetic energy value will be the same as the potential energy at the top. Now, these two things are different. This is we comparing kinetic and potential energy at different positions. They are going to be the same. When it's just before hitting the ground, kinetic energy will be the same as the potential energy before it started moving. However, at the midpoint, the kinetic energy and the potential energy will be equal, but they're not the same as those other guys. They will just be half of the total mechanical energy. I'll see you in the next one.